Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Kelvin from Kelpo Chiropractic and Natural Remedy Center. Today I want to talk about depression because I know it's a very big problem that affects so many people, if not all, but especially the youth. From 50 to 60% of our youth today are battling depression in its highest order. So I want us to look at certain things that can cause depression. First of all, this is the spine structure, and then the spine is the major cause, or the spine dislocations or dislocation in the spine is the major cause of depression. So therefore, if you have any spine problems, spinal issues, specifically your cervical spine, that is your neck bones, if you have any issue pertaining to this cervical spine, it can cause depression. This can really result in depression because the nerves that are connected therein are those that supply the nervous function to the brain, and as well as the blood circulation to the brain. So if there's any kind of a dislocation, it can really affect the circulation as well as the functions of the nerves, and that can cause depression. Some other problems are intake of drugs, people who are really drug addicts. So when you try to stop, you're going to have something like depression. Alcoholism, drugs, medication, both those from the hospital and drugs that we buy to take, this Tramoltin, the weed, cocaine, and all of that dangerous and hard drugs that people take in today, trying to create them for themselves some happiness and stuff. The end result is always depression. Why? Because your brain goes through a whole lot of stages when you are under an influence of a drug or alcohol. It gives you some kind of an utopian state that whenever you are back to your normal senses, you realize you have just traveled to some place and back, and you are seeing a different environment from your previous environment. A typical example is considering people who have gone through nightmares. You remember, just after nightmare, you wake up the next morning, you realize that it seems something really happened, especially those nightmares that could affect you physically, like you see yourself urinating, then you end up bedwetting, or as some people to feel a slap from the nightmare physically. They wake up, they feel like there's some kind of marks on their cheeks, and it's really confusing. You know, some people experience certain things, they get up to see them. In actual life, there are a lot of that, so that can also cause depression. We also have depression in pregnant women, that is especially those who have been abandoned by their husbands. Either they are not getting the normal care as expected, or they have been abandoned by their supposed husbands or partners or whatsoever. It also happens. And depression can also occur when someone loses a loved one, somebody who is really dearly to the heart. Depression can also occur due to such issues. So let's quickly go to how to solve depression. First, like I told you, if you have any problem with your spine, you first need to sort that out with a chiropractor. Here in the Bunangahafo region, we have only one chiropractor, and that's Kelpo Chiropractic and Natural Remedy Center. So when you come to us, any health issue, any problem relating to your spine, we will sort it out for you. And after it is sorted, you are very sure that depression isn't going to be part. I forgot to add one other thing that causes depression in the highest order. That is sleeplessness or insomnia, and it is all part of the spine issues. Spinal misalignment effects are insomnia, head colds, high blood pressure, migraine headaches, nervous breakdowns, amnesia, chronic tiredness, insomnia, dizziness, all of these other problems that we take to the hospitals looking for drug solutions are all spinal issues. So that is why Kelpro Chiropractic and Natural Remedy Center, we treat people with depression, high blood pressure, migraine headaches without the use of drugs. We use the adjustment method, that is by giving you a spinal trash system, that is trying to adjust your spine, trying to reshape your bones, make sure they are in order. So when we do that, when we get your bones to their aligned posture, all right, every other organ in your system functions properly as before, and therefore you're out of some of these things. One other solution that one can get after being depressed is trying to empty your mind. To empty your mind, you really have to come in contact with nature. You really have to come in contact with nature, because nature is the best way to get healed from depression. Nature heals depression. The natural environment alone, looking at it, walking through the woods, walking through the flowers, looking at green environment, breathing in fresh air, listening to the sweet songs of birds alone changes the depression or cures people of depression, because the noise and excitement and confusion in the cities, their constrained and artificial life are most wearisome and exhausting to the sick. The air laden with smoke and dust, with poisonous gases and with germs of disease, is a peril to life. When you are surrounded with all of these things, it creates more depression. It creates more depression, and it adds so many problems to your already depressed mind. And that is why people need to get in contact with nature. Yeah, so today we've talked about depression. This is the part 1. I will make sure I go to the part 2 of depression. So just share wherever you get it, whether on YouTube, on Facebook. You can get in touch with us on Facebook. That is the Kelpro Chiropractic and Natural Remedy Center. You like and follow the page and share the post for all other videos. Then on YouTube too, you can go to Kelpro TV and subscribe to the channel Kelpro TV on YouTube. All of these videos are there because we're making sure we teach and educate people on all of these things, so that your health should be your wealth.